So this is my final, well, semi-final walkthrough of what we want to do over here at Grant. I'm going to go through these item by item just so we know what to address. Anything you don't want to do, we can cross out. Anything extra, we can add to the end. Item number one is the trash out of the yard, shed, garage, and the house. Item number two is the initial cleaning. Those are done. Item number three is cleaning the gutters on the house and the garage. It's pretty bad up there. When we were up there looking for the roof, we saw a lot of, you can see some stuff peeking out here, over here. We want to get those cleaned. We want to pressure wash the house. You can see all of this. We've got those little cobwebs and stuff all over, and we best to do that before we paint also. Knock some of that loose paint off. This fence, we're going to replace the broken pickets, but I'd also like to bleach this fence. I'm going to go get a little bit of pool chlorine today and mix some up. We can take it from this to this pretty easily with the pool chlorine. Gives you a pretty nice result. Like I said, I'll do a little test section maybe on this gate, and we'll do some before and after pictures and see what we think of that. We'll replace any broken pickets that we see. And I think we're going to take this panel out. It's pretty ratty, and I get that resolved. This stair railing, I was going to try and scab this in and just patch it together. I think we're better off. It's almost cost neutral to just replace this, rebuild this completely. You can see the movement there. The other issue is I took a tape measure to it. It's not 36 inches high, so we could, in theory, delete it. Not required if we're 36 inches or less. The front porch, I want to repair this fascia piece where the concrete is crumbling. That is item number 7. It just looks kind of gross and falling apart. We've got a lot of loose concrete on this. What I want to do is get a piece of wood, like a nice piece of cedar, stain it up, and I will screw it into that and give it a nice, clean, finished look. Should make a nice little accent piece. Sorry, I'm walking you guys back and forth through the house. We've got that garage joist that is propped up by that piece of wood. That is item number 8. We'll get that replaced. We're just gonna cut a piece of wood to match that. We'll sister it on there, screw it through. That should take all the load from that. Exterior lighting, we got all these lights working. We got the front porch light working. We got this back porch light working. And we've got 4 motion sensors. They're dawn to dusk motion sensing lights. These are solar operated, so we didn't have to do any wiring. I don't know if you can see the 4th one up there. So we've got item number 10 is the roof repair. We're still waiting for shingles to come in from Colorado Springs that will match. That's the flashing on that chimney and the swamp cooler that caused those leaks in the bedroom and the upstairs bathroom. We want to get the swamp cooler working. I haven't gotten up there to see what's going on with it, so I haven't gotten you a price on it, but we want to get that operational just because it's going to be the heat of the summer when you're showing the house, and we'll be able to take some of the heat out of there with that. We're going to spot, scrape, and paint all of the deficiencies on the exterior of the house. Obviously, it'll be pressure washed, but we'll get big hunks like that out of here. We want to paint this windowsill. We're just going to go over the house. Any deficiencies on the trim or on the paint, we're going to get those cleaned up. Item number 14, I can't charge you for, as you know, because of the EPA. So we're just going to spray the weeds in the entire yard. And then we get to the landscaping. That's item number 15. That's remove 3 trees. He's going to get them close to the ground so we're not paying to have them stumped. We're going to trim and shape the juniper, trim all the other trees that we can reach from the ground, torch all of the weeds, rake and bag the weeds, leaves, and debris around the property, and clean out all of the junk in the windowsills. Tons of leaves and stuff like that. We think that that is the reason that that bathroom window is leaking so bad. So on that window, when we get these all cleaned out, we're going to put some dry lock on that concrete, caulk in any cracks, and seal those up so we don't have any future issues. The rock, we're going to fill in and replace. We're going to put a pin in that until we get the weeds all torched and we can see how bad the rock is. We will try to just bring in, I don't like the idea of this 2-inch river rock just because of the cost. We'll see how everything looks once it's all burned up and raked out. And we may fill it in with a smaller, cheaper rock. But I will discuss that with you once we get this all cleaned out. We've got to shave and adjust this back door. So we've got the logs changed on it, but you can see it's dragging right up here. The bottom kicks in fine, but I'd like to pull the door and shave. Yeah, you can see where it's rubbing right here. Shave this down, and then we'd like to rehinge it. Just what we'll do is drive longer screws in here to suck that in tight, and that with the shaving ought to relieve this rubbing that we're getting. That is item 18. Item 19, we know about the window panes. We've got one down in the basement. There's another one here. Look like little BB holes. Cracked there. And we're going to rebuild a couple of the screens, the ones that look like the homeless people pulled out and cut. Any other screens I'm not going to worry about now. If somebody calls you on that at an inspection, we can deal with that then. Item 20 is we've got one outlet that needs to be replaced. Unfortunately, I have to call the electrician for that. You can see that one's burned out. They'll most certainly call you on that. Not a huge deal. The 2 oversized register covers, we'll get those ordered. The counter repair, which is item number 22, has already been completed. I know my camera sucks, but it has been a pretty seamless repair. Item 23, I thought we had another outlet that was bad because your microwave does not work. I have 0 power to it. So that outlet does work. I plugged a fan into it, it works fine. I am not sure why this microwave is completely dead. I will pull it off the wall, see if I can get it working. If not, there may be an internal fuse or something. If not, I think we just replace it with the identical unit. That way the bracketry is the same and the everything matches up. The fit, the brackets, everything. That I think is the easiest thing to do, but I'll see if I can't find an internal fuse on it. The wood floor repairs. In the living room, we've got some staining here. I don't think that's that horrible. That's a matter of choice, I suppose. It's in this bedroom that we think it's bad. Jonathan Heisey, the hardwood floor guy, came by today. He'll get me some numbers tomorrow. I believe he wants to remove these and lace new boards in up to the wall and then try and sand and finish. He was very adamant about we're never going to get an exact match to the rest of the flooring. Um, and he will want to refinish all of the floors. I personally don't think this is a cost-effective move. I think if you stage this, you cover it up. I don't know. That's something that you guys should discuss with Seal. But I will get numbers from him just so you have something to compare to. The basement carpet removal is item number 25. We will pull the carpet today on the stairs and in the living area here. What I'd like to do, the smell is pretty strong down here. I think the floor guy has an ozone machine he wants to put in the house, and I think he feels like that will eliminate a lot of the smell. But either way, once we pull this carpet on the stairs and in the basement, we're going to scrub the heck out of them with some of that enzyme. And then we'd like to encapsulate the floor by just rolling on some oil-based Kilz. That should seal any odors in. And then we have got carpet guys coming in today at 5 p.m. They're going to give me a number to carpet this area down here, the stairs. I'll get a number from them on this small room over here, this little storage room, just because it's oftentimes pretty cheap, just because they don't have to do a transition or anything else. I'll have them write it up by room. That way we can kind of pick and choose what we want. I'd like them to do this hallway area here and this bedroom floor here. Item number 26 is the carpeting, and I'll get numbers on that today. The trim in the basement, there was obviously some water damage, like we can't even repair and paint this trim, it's so bad. So we'd like to just, this room too. Just in the bedroom, in the hallway, and the bathroom, we're missing some pieces. This one's got some damage. That one's got some damage. So the hallway, the bathroom, and the bedroom, we'd like to replace that trim. That would be item 27. Item 28, he's going to spot paint the walls where he can. We're going to try and get a good match. When you spot paint, it's never perfect just because of the way the sun fades and the sheen and that. We'll do the best we can on that. I don't think it's really worth a full repaint. So that's what we're going to spot paint. Not going to be perfect, but it'll be pretty close. Some walls like this, we're going to have to go corner to corner because there's a lot of painting to do. We might as well just do the whole wall. It's a small wall. It's not that big of a deal. We are going to paint all of the trim and baseboards in the house. They're just so stained, and we've cleaned them upstairs, and we're not getting a great result. So we are just going to paint them all. It'll give it a nice fresh look. This cabinet side, I don't know what happened here. It's that thermobonded paper. He's going to smooth this out, peel this. There's some flaky pieces. He's going to peel that, smooth that out, and just paint this one side of that. Should come out pretty clean and unnoticeable. So item 29. Item 30, we've got a drywall repair at that window in the basement, the bathroom. We have this drywall repair. I've scraped it and cleaned it. We've got a lot of water damage back there. This is from the chimney flashing. Not a big deal. We will skim coat this, tape it, mud it, texture it, and paint it. And I think we've decided to just paint the entire bathrooms upstairs and down just because they're in pretty rough shape. Better off to just paint them. At least 2 of the walls upstairs and the entire bathroom downstairs. Here's the other spot that will mud and texture. We need a handrail to the basement. That would be item 31. We'll paint this one up, clean that up. And then we need one down here. You can see where the old one pulled out. Downstairs bathroom vanity, we're going to install the laundry sink that was on site. We're going to swap both toilets out. That's item 33. And then item 34 will be the final cleaning. So I will get you updated numbers as we go along. I think the ones I'm waiting for are the wood floors, the carpet, wood floors, carpet, roof repair, swamp cooler repair, HVAC servicing, and the rock fill in. That should be it. All right, guys, thank you.